Inigo Martinez bids goodbye to Barcelona ahead of Al Nassr move. I wish them all the best. The news landed quickly. Barcelona defender Inigo Martinez, aged 34, is set to join Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia, and it arrived with the force of a whirlwind. Martinez had been an important figure for Hansi Flick last season, the dependable centre-back who read the game and steadied the backline when pressure built. Then late on Thursday, reports surfaced and the story moved with unusual speed. By the next day, barely 24 hours on, he was on his way, passport ready and ticket booked. The training ground, usually a place of routine drills and familiar chatter, felt altered in those hours. Hurried phone calls, the rattle of holdalls and players pausing mid-routine to ask the same question. How did this happen so fast? The speed of events prompted immediate practical questions about replacements and minutes, while fans outside scrolled through updates and wondered aloud what the summer would hold. Indeed, this morning Martinez said goodbye to the whole squad at the training ground and later shared a final lunch at La Banegua with close teammates Dani Olmo, Eric Garcia, Pedri, Ferran Torres and Oriol Romeu before making his way to the airport. Eyewitnesses describe a scene that was equal parts casual and poignant, hands on shoulders, shared laughter to cut the edge of the moment, and low private conversations that left a visible tug at the corners of faces. A photograph taken as he waved his farewells, credited to Alex Caparro's Getty Images, froze one of those ordinary, intimate instants, plates half cleared, a jacket slung over a chair, and turned everyday textures into something charged. Friends and staff lingered as if reluctant to close a familiar scene. The scrape of chairs, the smell of food and the bright light on the terrace made the lunch feel like a small ritual before a big change. Those simple gestures, an extra pat on the back, a long handshake, made the ordinary feel like a last meaningful tableau and left everyone asking what would come next. Before boarding his flight at Barcelona Airport's private terminal, Martinez spoke exclusively to sport and offered a brief, composed reflection on the days that had just unfolded. It's been a very busy but enjoyable few days. The farewell with my teammates was very nice and I wish them all the best, he said, his tone measured and calm, the voice of a veteran who meets change without spectacle. He then addressed the fans directly. I can only thank them for these 2 wonderful years. The exchange was short but sincere, set against the soft soundtrack of rolling suitcases and distant terminal announcements. Those ambient noises framed his words like a hushed underscore, turning a quick media moment into something quietly resonant. In that private terminal hush, the gratitude felt deliberate rather than obligatory, a respectful farewell more than a grand gesture. On the technical side, the deal is straightforward but important. Martinez will leave Barcelona on a free transfer after the club agreed to terminate his contract even though there was a year left to run. There will be no transfer fee exchanged. Instead, both parties accepted a mutual parting that removes contractual obstacles and lets the player pursue a new opportunity without encumbrance. The exit is also consequential for the club's finances. His departure will free up around €4 million in salary space, a concrete piece of breathing room under financial fair play rules that matters for a team juggling ambition and regulation. For the La Liga champions, that some shifts the balance of planning. It offers space to maneuver in the transfer market or to reallocate minutes and wages, and in a landscape where budgets influence choices as much as tactics, that detail reframes what might otherwise look like purely sporting news. Beyond figures and formalities, Martinez's exit is first and foremost a human story about timing and transition. A seasoned centre-back choosing a new path, a dressing room adjusting to one fewer familiar voice, and supporters filing one more memory into the archive of matches and moments. Some will catalogue the move as a pragmatic, contractual decision. Others will remember the tackles, the organising orders shouted across the pitch, the quiet leadership that steadied a defence. For Barcelona, it is a practical challenge, reshaping minutes, roles and possibly recruitment priorities. And for Martinez, it is a personal fresh start in a different league and culture. He leaves after 2 years in which he earned thanks and respect, and as his plane climbed and the city slipped away beneath him, the questions that remain are compelling. How will he adapt to life and football in Saudi Arabia, and how will Barcelona turn this space into opportunity?